But go ahead and put up the Pete Thamel tweet. According to Pete Thamel, San Diego State, Adam, is expected to deliver a notice to the Mountain West today that it will not withdraw from the league, as the school previously said it intended to do so. San Diego State plans to move forward as part of the Mountain West.
And here's another Pete Thamel follow-up. The Big 12 has signed and executed. Man, Brett Yormark's like, what's that? Bad Pac-12 news? Bat phone, baby.
Yeah.
The Big 12 has signed and executed its long-form television contracts with Fox and ESPN for the TV deal slated to begin in July of 25. The deal runs through 2031. This is the formalization and completion of the deal announced in October, the process of which began when the Big 12 opened its negotiation window nearly a year early. Their attention now moves to finalizing a data deal, which is expected in the coming weeks. And that was that data sharing thing that was mentioned. That's another little subplot to the Pac-12 negotiations. I know that Wilner's written some articles about the potential money that could be made there, and that was something that they were looking into, and that's thrown in there as like a potential money bump too. But, you know, it's like one of those things when you have those ideas, it's like everybody's going to do that though. So how much do you really make up? And I guess really you're only worried about what your schools are getting. But if you're already like behind the curve and then, you know, you get this little bump, but then everybody else gets that bump, you're basically where you were anyways. But hey, more money is more money. So I don't think anybody's can complain about that. But the Big 12 had talked about that as well, and now that's where their focus is going to go, is in completing that data rights package, which will ensure more money, but how much is unknown. But as far as the TV deal goes, like I think the timing's hilarious that they're announcing, hey, we're done. We're completely done. The ink's dry. We're set through 2031 with the Fox and ESPN. So, you know, coincidental, maybe not, whatever you want to believe there. Funny timing and good news for the Big 12 because, you know, it has been talked about as though it was done, but there were some things, as Mac Rhodes had told us, that were still being worked out, but now that's no longer the case. So now they can shift their focus, and that is all, you know, ready to execute.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Again, it's just...
and I didn't mean to skip over what you just said about San Diego State, but that was just that timing was so perfect.
But I mean, it's all part of the same, you know, big pie of things. And look, San Diego State staying in the Mountain West for at least, you know, the rest of the terms of what they have to stay in, which I guess would mean that the 2024-2025 season, because their exit would have been for there. So at least another 2 years there for them. And
well, I mean, I want to hear more about this because I don't pretend to know like every detail of how all this works on every level at every moment. So I saw some people, and look, I know Twitter's basically anybody can scream whatever. So, you know, take anything for what it's worth. But I did see some of the chatter about like what their options could be if the Pac-12 thing kind of got bungled timing wise, like it has apparently. You know, there's talk like, could they go independent for a couple years? I guess that was more of like if they weren't welcomed back, which if you're, you know, the conference, you're absolutely, I think, going to take advantage of making money off them as long as you possibly can, especially if they may never go anywhere and then you booted them out for them to just sit independent. So that wouldn't be smart. So I'm curious to hear more about that, but I guess Thamel, if they're going to deliver that today, we'll probably have an update, I would think, at some point here in the next few hours or so. But that's a couple of interesting little notes for sure. And, you know, I talk about the people who are probably squirming a little bit. San Diego State has absolutely got to be one of those people right now. And look, they may have reassurances of, you know, not right now, but very soon. But still, that's a frustrating place to be in, especially when it's kind of built up to almost feel like today would have been a great day, right? To be like, hey, happy July 4th, and boom, San Diego State is the newest member of the Pac-12, 10, whatever it's going to be. But no, they may not be for a while longer, and that's got to be frustrating because so much kind of was building to that crescendo, and I don't know when that'll happen now at this point.
Yeah. Now, look, today